Hey market makers, we are back with another analysis to kickstart our Wednesday session. Okay, today's session would be a little bit tricky because we will be having interest rate decisions coming out during late Wednesday night, early Thursday morning. Okay, it'll be at around 2 a.m. GMT plus 8, and now the current catalyst for price will definitely be interest rate decisions and the future predictions. Okay, because hawkish Fed risk is the key catalyst right here. If we are looking at a higher for longer stance by the Fed Reserve, meaning that they are going to have higher interest rates for a longer time, this could ultimately mean very bearish pressure on a non-yielding safe haven asset like gold. Okay. Furthermore, we are in a level of why is this so? Is because we are in a level where we are in an energy driven inflation period. Okay. Inflation is driven by the lack of oil or the lack of security for oil with the ongoing conflict, especially around the Straits of Hormuz. This does keep oil prices higher, and ultimately this will have a trickle-down effect into everything. So everything would generally have an inflation factor to it. Furthermore, the US dollar will then regain its status as a safe haven asset, driving further demand due to the geopolitical tensions, and this is why we should be seeing very bearish action on gold. Okay, but at the end of the day, a correction is way harder to run as compared to a shock news event. Okay, so right now we are in a period of correction, and that's why we're seeing steady and slow swings towards our downside. But if the Fed does changes its stance to a more aggressive cut, we would then to a more aggressive higher for longer stance, we would then see gold start to dwindle down faster. Okay, so that's the fundamental point of view. We are fundamentally very bearish on gold, and with that we should look for structures that support a bearish move. Okay, simple as that. So on the daily, what do we have? On the daily, we are in a level of multi-day range. We are in a multi-day consolidation. We have not broken down yet. Okay, if we are breaking down, where am I targeting? I'll be targeting the protected low on the daily, the 4843 level or 4850 level. Okay, that will be my target. Going lower onto the 4 hour, nothing much to see on the 4 hour except this low right here at 4970 level. If we are pushing lower, this will be the target that I want to take out before further moves lower. Okay, going down into the hourly where things get much more interesting. Okay, on the daily, when I say much more interesting, it is still pretty consolidated. We are, instead of higher highs at the moment, we are creating lower highs and lower lows. So what does this ultimately mean? This means that internal trend is aligning itself with the external trend. Obviously, the external trend is bearish. We had a bullish internal trend. Now we are flipping bearishly. Okay, so the hourly is flipping bearish as well. So the hourly flips bearish on the internal, and then it flips external on the hourly is also bearish. Okay, so the hourly is aligning itself with the external trend, which is good news for a trend trader. Okay, if we're trading along with the trend, if today's a trending day, that is very good news. Okay, so 15-minute internally, we are also bearish. Externally, we are also bearish, aligning ourselves with sells. Okay, so if we were to look for sells, price has most recently respected the fair value gap here. Okay, we are now targeting where? We are now obviously targeting the Asian lows. Okay, this is where we will be targeting, and we are monitoring for a run against the Asian low so that we can then further target the previous day's low. Okay, simple as that. This is what we are targeting: runs against the Asian low, runs against previous day's low, and the run at a close below the range right here, the 4-hour low. So that is the current play. If we do get volume coming in, perfect, all the better for more volume to come in. But if we don't, we'll just monitor the lower time frames. Okay, so as of now, the Asian low is what we want. We are not looking for a reversal, we are looking for a trend following move. Okay, a trend following move, which should be much better. But the problem is we do have interest rate decisions tonight. Prices leaving out, we should not expect prices to leave out of the range, but if they do, that's even better. Okay, so we are close, we are tight on the range and expect the range to continue as we get into interest rate decisions tonight. But after tonight, we will then have a clearer picture into whatever direction price might want to take. Okay, as of now, we do have OBs resting above. This would be the overlap right here of this 15-minute OB and hourly OB. This is the overlap at the 5,000 level. It's the overlap, and if price retraces into that level, I would then look for confirmation to take sells. Okay, simple as that. But if price trades into the Asian low, I will then look at the Asian low to take continuation sells. With that, I hope all of us have a very, very profitable day ahead, and I'll see everybody inside T-Market.